guys? It's Exhaust Power. I wanted to go over the SPC anchor bolt and why I'm choosing that over other camber parts like the camber ball joint, and also there's another camber kit anchor bolt that allows you to slide the bottom. I'll have a little video of that so you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I wanted to go over the SPC anchor bolt and why I think it's a good option over, the adjustable ball joint or the other anchor bolt that has the bottom that slides back and forth. But just to get things going, let's talk about the adjustable ball joint and my issues with that. I do have them installed on my front control arms, but I'm going to be taking them back out. I didn't have them fully installed. I didn't have the vehicle down to drive it, but just with them installed and jacking up the suspension to set my control arms in place, and I took a good look at it, and I seen a concerning point. So I did some research online, and it seems like I wasn't the only one. But to my surprise, I do have these in the rear. I didn't notice that. I had the car for a while now, since 2011. I didn't notice I had the adjustables in the rear, and from my perspective, it seemed totally fine in the rear. My rear never really bottomed out, and I try to avoid harsh roads, but I've had the front bottom out before on the stock anchor bolts and ball joints, and had that make contact with the pillar. So just off the bat, this is the old one that I pressed out. Let's put them up to each other. You can kind of see. Let me take the shield off of this one actually. Alright, so with that sitting there, you can see the difference in thickness. When you have this bolted in, not only does the stud and the bolt stick out of the top of the control arm, this section here where you see where the shank is at is also much longer. So where your control arm would bolt to your spindle, it would push the spindle further down, or it would push the control arm further up, I should say, decreasing your travel. And this bolt, the bolt up here, the stud, once you tighten this down, the stud will stick up slightly, and that with the combination of the nut there, that's also going to take away your clearance. And my Prelude isn't slammed or anything. It is tastefully lowered, I should say, something where I can take it to the track and still drive around. And I probably have a 1.5 inch wheel gap, maybe less. Probably 2 fingers. I like to go with that, about 2-finger wheel gap, just to give you a perspective. So that's the reason why I did not go with these on the front. On the rear, it seems fine and seems to never bottom out, and I do have both adjustable ball joints, and I also have adjustable anchor bolts on the rear suspension. I didn't know that at the time when I put the anchor bolts in, that it also had the adjustable ball joints. So let's look at the SPC, and you can just right off the bat, this thing is pretty hefty. It's really heavy, and it feels like it has good quality. You see that has like the hex there. You can adjust it, and depending on how you spin it is where the bolt hole will move. It does have a bushing in there. Let's see if you can see that. It's right there. It's like a gray bushing, but it does have a bushing there, and the bushing is probably the same thickness as the OEM one. And I had trouble actually finding just anchor bolts. I don't think they exist. I looked up and down.
The difference in size from adjustable ball joint to a non-adjustable ball joint. You have all this extra area up here, and also this sticks down further as well. Like the beginning of, let's see if I can get closer. The mounting point right there. This is further up. Yeah, and that's why I'm switching back. This is brand new. I haven't even driven a vehicle with that on yet.
So this is the adjustable ball joint, and I'm going to make a comparison versus the old factory one that came out. But you could kind of see that this thing is really thick, and it's going to decrease your travel. Right now the suspension is elongated. It's not resting on anything, so once the vehicle is lowered, that control arm is going to be closer to the fender lining, and there's really not a lot of space in there. Now, my rear ones have the adjustable ball joint in there, but I rarely have the issues of bottoming out the rear. But the front, bottoming out the front seems like it happens, every so often on really hard bumps. And I also have adjustable, you can see back there, adjustable anchor bolts. The issue I was also having was finding these anchor bolts, just factory ones I wanted for the front. I was going to do the factory anchor bolts, and I was going to do the adjustable ball joint. Then I found out the issue with the travel, so I changed my mind on trying to find a factory one. I can't find factory ones to begin with, or factory style ones. I even tried to find bushings to push these ones in, and I still couldn't find anything, to be honest. I was able to find some for the 5th generation Prelude, but I couldn't find any for the 4th generation. So I ended up buying just normal ball joints so I can keep my clearance. I don't want to have the clearance issues. So I ended up buying normal ball joints, and I'm going to run these SPCs up front. And I'll probably do a little review after the fact. But these look like they're pretty solid. There's nothing on here to like break. I'll see if I can put a link to the video I watched that showed the other style anchor bolt with the sliding bottom, so you can have a perspective of what I'm talking about. But I'm going to go ahead and weigh these just to give you a little comparison on the weight of these two anchor bolts here. I have it on ounces right now, so the factory one is at 11.6 ounces. And these ones are at 14.9. So they're, you know, they feel really good in your hand. And they feel like they're just really beefy, so I don't think I'm going to have any issues with these. Yeah, it's going to add slightly little weight to the prelude, which is kind of unfavorable, but I'd rather have suspension that, you know, isn't going to fall apart on me. And just to show, that's at 15 ounces there. And that's at 6 ounces. So that's a big difference in weight running those adjustable ball joints. But yeah, here's a part number. I actually got these for a good price. I want to say I paid like $40, which is really, really cheap. And that's for the front suspension, so 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And it was like a warehouse closeout on Rock Auto, so I got lucky with that. But yeah, this is my little talk about the SPC anchor bolt there, and I hope it helps anybody in the future. You know, if you wanted to purchase one of these and have faith in something that's made with decent quality, I hope it does it for you. Alright, thanks for watching the video.